What the Dutch are known for? How Dutch is your life? I don't know. Actually, no, I have no idea. So let's just check out the video and learn something new, shall we?
Hey guys, we're Alexandra and Rachel from Who is Amsterdam Tours. And in this video, we show you how Dutch your life is. In other words, how Dutch inventions and ideas have influenced your lives. From entertainment to technology, food and drinks, and also sports. Trust us, your
Howda, right? That's how you say it, no?
mind will be blown by how much Dutch you touch every single day.
When we moved to Amsterdam 13 and 8 years ago, we discovered that this tiny nation has shaped the world.
What do you mean?
Amsterdam 13 and 8 years ago, we discovered that this
13 and 18 years ago. I was thinking, like, what? 13, 8. I'm sorry, my English sucks.
tiny nation has shaped the world in massive ways.
So we started to share it with our guests from Who is Amsterdam Tours. And they love to learn about this.
Okay, so one is Filipino and the other one is British, I would
Well,
say.
I think it's time for us to get started and help you discover
How Dutch is your life?
is your life.
How Dutch is your life? You really need to know.
Dutch invention number 1, Wi-Fi.
Really? I didn't know
The very
that.
first question we all ask whenever we go into a cafe. What's the Wi-Fi password?
If you remember
I mean, this video must be really old because nobody does that anymore nowadays, I think. Yeah, 3 years ago. It might even be 4. Yeah, I don't think now that everyone has mobile data, so it's not. But still, you know, when you're abroad, maybe your provider won't, your phone provider won't give you internet access, or you want to save on the data. So yeah.
this crunchy sound, the Dutch, the convenience of wireless internet.
But how did it
56K.
all come about?
In 1988, a bunch of Dutch computer scientists were working overtime at McDonald's, and they had an idea. Now that we have mobile phones, wouldn't it be nice to also have wireless internet too? Call it the power of a Big Mac? Two of them, Vic Hayes and Case Links, took this question and turned it into reality. 2 years later, they developed a prototype called WaveLAN, but it took them a really long time before the Wi-Fi became successful.
So Case had for 8 years a jacket with an extra large pocket to fit his laptop in order to demonstrate his invention everywhere he went.
Their breakthrough finally came in 1998 when Case had a meeting with none other than Apple genius Steve Jobs and sold him the idea of wireless internet. The rest is history.
So here's a fun fact. It was actually Case's wife, Angela, who came up with the name Wi-Fi after its original name, Wireless Fidelity. It rhymes with
I didn't know
Wi-Fi.
wireless fidelity.
Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi.
In the Netherlands, you don't say Wi-Fi. We say
Number 2,
There's many countries that will say Wi-Fi. The first time I still remember when I traveled to Madrid, I will ask Wi-Fi and they will be like, what? What? El Wi-Fi. I think also in France they will say Wi-Fi. Maybe, probably only in Italy we say Wi-Fi. I mean, most countries, I guess.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth too.
The Dutchies are a bunch of very practical people. They like to think out of the box, like Mr. Japartsen. He thought it would be really amazing if we could connect one device to another one wirelessly and we could transfer data. And ta-da, Bluetooth was born.
But have you ever wondered why it's got such a strange name?
Well, it was named
Pirate.
after Harald Bluetooth, a Viking king of Denmark between the
Oh.
years 958 and 970.
I had
King
no
Harald
idea.
was famous for uniting parts of Denmark and Norway into one nation and converting the Danes to Christianity. So what does an ancient Viking king have to do with wireless communication? Well, he brought things together. But that's not all. Our boy King Harold was also famous for his dead tooth, which had a dark blue/grayish tone. So his nickname was, yep, Bluetooth. The more you know. Number 3, 4, and
Cassette
5.
tape, CD and
Cassette
DVD,
tape,
really?
CD and DVD.
I promise you 1,000 songs in your pocket.
In 2001, when Steve Jobs said,
I don't think
those
she's
words,
Filipina.
"You walked the world by inventing the iPod." But Steve Jobs wouldn't be nowhere without the Dutchman with Lou Otters. He was the one who even put any kind of music in our pocket by inventing the cassette.
Lou was born in 1926 in the Dutch province Groningen. As a boy, he was fascinated by
Groningen,
technology.
wow, I love the
when Netherlands
pronunciation.
was occupied by Nazi Germany in World War II. He went on to study engineering and joined Dutch gadget giant Philips, where he and his team developed the world's first portable tape recorder, the cassette tape, and in 1982, the very first CD in the world.
Really nice man.
1982! Are you kidding me? I thought it was way more What? I thought the CDs just came out like in 1995 or so. It's crazy. When I was still little, I would just remember cassette tapes. CDs were like, no, maybe... I can't remember. But I think it was just cassette tapes before. The CDs was like early 2000 or something like that. I mean, even before that, even before the new millennium.
Memories about buying your first CD. What was yours?
Mine was, I tell you what.
Mine was.
Hey,
And now.
My first CD was Paolo Meneguzzi, one of my favorite Italian singers, when I was about 12 years old, I think. No, younger than that, or 10 years old. Or was it Elvis Presley, actually? I can't quite remember. It was one of the two.
Now back to Lou, because he didn't stop with the CD. In 1997, he and his team also invented the DVD, and then it followed by the Blu-ray disc.
Number 6, National Anthem.
I grew up in Singapore. We had to wake
Ah,
up.
Singapore! I wanted to say Singapore at the beginning, but then, yeah. I mean, I can tell she's not, yeah, Singapore, yeah.
Sing the national anthem every single morning in school. Now I think it's so funny that it's become an event. Whitney Houston singing at the Super Bowl, my favorite. Lady Gaga at the inauguration. It is something that we all look forward to.
Okay, this is not what the Dutch are famous for, like what you're seeing on the screen right now. But the world's first registered national anthem was indeed written by a Dutchman. Philips of Marnix wrote it during the 80 Years' War of Independence between the Netherlands and Spain between 1568 and 1648. The song is about Prince of Orange, also called William the Silent, who was seen as the founding father of modern-day Netherlands.
It's called Het Wilhelmus. This is the beginning of it.
Number 7, reality TV hits. If you're
Bro, why isn't it missing the number 4? I mean, it was number 3 and number... Ah, because he... Okay, I'm so stupid. It was like... Cassette tape was the 3rd, CD 4th, and DVD the 5th. Right, yeah.
TV junkie, you might recognize these shows. The brains behind
Joe
it all,
Rogan.
Dutch media mogul John de Mol Jr., whose first global hit was Big Brother in 1999.
Oh my
Every
god.
Monday, John and his team brainstorm over pizza and
Can you believe they are still on the air right now, at least in Italy? What the fuck?
wine and curate the cultural landscape to bring binge-worthy hit shows from Holland to Hollywood. Number 8, Speed Camera.
Speed camera.
I'm seriously angry at my fellow Dutchman, Maus Gastronidis. Maus invented something which I bet also you are not always very happy about. The speed camera, guys. Why? This is my newest ticket. 52 euro I need to pay, because on the 29th of March I was allowed to go 50 per hour, and I went 56.
Oh my god, come on,
56
really?
And 52 euro, and I don't get that.
Well, that's
He was
crazy.
actually a speed car driver, and he got a lot of tickets himself, and so he invented it. Oh,
He wanted to measure his own speed? Yeah.
That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart, I would say. Get back all of the money he spent on fines. Eye test chart. Really?
Number 9. The eye test chart.
So,
I mean, wearing glasses, I did it so many times.
I want to take a moment and thank our fellow Dutchman, Herman Snellen.
Herman Snellen invented the original eye test in 1862. Today, an updated version of the Snellen chart is still used to diagnose vision problems, making the world a happier and clearer place. But that's not all. A Dutch father and son team named Hans and Zacharias Janssen invented the first microscope in the late 16th century.
Imagine where we would be without the microscope, how many diseases we could not heal, how many things we could not study. Thank you guys for inventing the microscope.
This is so funny with their expressions.
COVID right now.
And there's more. In 1608,
What's the name? Oh, fuck. Kepler, right?
Dutch optician Hans Lippershey was the first person
Oh,
to apply
really?
for a patent
Now,
for a
Kepler was
telescope.
Danish.
Unfortunately, he got his
I don't
telescopic thunder stolen by Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei, who made a telescope that magnified things 17 times bigger. Sorry, Hans, but remember, the very first one who invented the telescope was Dutch. Number 12,
Okay.
the fire hose.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the fire hose. In the 15th century, Amsterdam experienced 2 great fires. Back then, it was a major problem because all the houses were made of wood, which meant that major parts of the city burned down. And Amsterdam was not the only city who had really problems with that. In 1672, father and son, Jan and Nicholas van der Heyden, invented the fire hose!
Weren't people using buckets of water to put out the big fires?
Yeah, lots of work. Don't want to do that. I mean, it's a good workout, but not in situations like that.
Number 13,
Good workout.
father of gin.
If gin is your
Jenever.
gin, you might be surprised that the origin of gin comes from the Dutch Jenever. Jenever means juniper. It's a liquor distilled from malt wine and flavored with botanicals like juniper to give it that aromatic oomph.
In 1689, William III of Orange became King of England, and he brought his love for Dutch Jenever to England and made it popular. Later on, the English developed gin from Jenever.
Nobody really knows who invented it. All we know is it was actually medicine. And you're gonna get a good night's sleep as well.
So remember, guys, Jenever is the grandfather of gin.
14, the Elstar apple.
Elstar apple. What is
An
that?
apple a day keeps the doctor away. Oh, I remember my mom. And then Moskasha, she used to have an apple with her all the time. She would have it in her handbag, everything. Her snack every day was an apple. And it just blew my mind after I came
Yeah, I eat apples every day too. I really like
to
apples.
Holland that her favorite apple actually is Dutch. And this is it, guys. This is the Elstar apple. You can get it all
Elstar.
over the Netherlands, all over Europe. It's super popular, very sweet. But
I think the most popular right now is the pink lady, right? I really love it. I've seen it pretty much everywhere I travel to in Europe lately. So I think it's very popular everywhere. Really good, it's really good. It's more expensive than other apples, but it's so
a little
good.
bit of sour, perfect for apple pie. If you've ever come to Amsterdam,
Okay.
apple pie. It's very often made of Elstar apples, and it's simply delicious, guys. And for me, it's so much more because again, it's the favorite apple of my mom.
Number 15,
Tiki taka wasn't in Spanish.
If you're a soccer fan,
Oh
like me,
yeah, but I mean, I don't know if the greatest Holland team would do the tiki taka. Yes, they invented modern football, but I don't know if I would call it tiki taka actually. I mean, it was pretty different from what Barcelona was known for.
you
I
have
guess.
to know of this style of playing soccer. It's called tiki taka. And tiki taka is known as a style of playing soccer which is defined by having a lot of ball possession, a lot of movement from the players, and a lot of short passes. A lot of people think that it's Spanish because it was perfected by the team FC Barcelona. But who was the coach back then?
Let me guess. Was he Dutch?
His name was Johan Cruyff. Not only just any kind of Dutch soccer player, it was the legend, the most famous. And just look at the style which he invented, tiki-taka. Is this not mind-blowing? It's just brilliant.
In
Yeah, actually, I haven't thought it that
Johan
way.
Cruyff was born 5 minutes away from the Ajax Stadium, where he would eventually become a legend. Inspired by his football-loving father, Johan started playing for the Ajax youth club at just 10 years old. When his father died 2 years later, he decided to become a professional player to pay tribute to his dad. And boy, did he sweep the world away. In 1971, Johan was named the Dutch and European Footballer of the Year. He became the coach of the Ajax team, leading them to multiple victories. In 1973, FC Barcelona called. From there, he invented the iconic tiki-taka.
And more than that, he was also an Amsterdammer, which means a lot for our city and especially also fans from Ajax Amsterdam. This is also the reason why we named our biggest stadium of Ajax Amsterdam after Johan Cruyff. So it's called the Johan Cruyff Arena. If you ever here visit it, you can really feel the legend. If you're a soccer fan, it's definitely highly recommended to do that.
And finally, we have same-sex...
What do you mean, finally? You're not even gonna talk about marijuana. I mean, I don't want to say bad stuff, but when someone thinks about Amsterdam, that's the first thought, you know? I'm going to travel to Amsterdam. Oh, you're gonna go there to smoke. I mean, that's the first thought, you know? And also maybe the canals, but I think that's even before in Venice. I don't know.
marriage.
The last invention we want to share with you is not really an invention, but something the Netherlands were first in. It is a topic which is very close to our hearts because we want to share with you that we are actually a couple. Yay!
Yeah, nobody could have imagined that, right?
Together happily for 3.5 years. This right that we can just be a couple here is very, very special. And the Netherlands did something on the 1st of April
in 2001.
And that was no joke. After the stroke of midnight,
Bro,
the
that's crazy.
Netherlands
Look how
was the
tall
first
they
country in
are.
the world to legalize gay marriage.
Wow.
When the mayor of Amsterdam, Joop Cohen, officiated the weddings of 4 gay couples at the city hall.
He told the couples, there are 2 reasons to celebrate. You are celebrating your marriage to each other, and you are also celebrating your right to be married.
After the ceremony, pink cakes and pink champagne was served to the happy guests of the world's first pink communion.
Yay! Yay! What a special day that was. From that moment on, guys, 29 countries also legalized the gay marriage. And to be honest, that's great, but it's not enough. We believe that it doesn't matter where you're from, what your skin color is, what your gender is, what your religion is, what your sexual orientation is, we all have the same rights. And we too are very blessed to live in a city which is living and breathing. It doesn't mean that we don't have any problems here anymore, but Amsterdam again was the first city and the Netherlands the first country in the world who legalized the gay marriage.
That's it, guys, for this list of Dutch inventions and ideas that changed the world.
We are now, of course, super curious how Dutch your life is. What surprised you the most? So leave us some comments below.
If you like this video, don't forget.
I mean, I think it was a very nice video. Let me say that first, but mostly it wasn't really a video of what the Dutch are known for, but it's more like most important life stuff in their life that comes from the Netherlands. You know, like the last one. Then I mean, yeah, I want to ask about that actually. How accepting they are in the Netherlands? Is people very racist to foreigners? Are they very accepting to gay people? I don't know. I mean, most countries, especially Italy, I noticed that a lot. Traveling in Italy, in bigger cities, people is they're very racist and not really accepting most of the time, so it's not good. But in smaller cities, they seems to be, you know, more, I don't know, more normal. if we can say that way. But I want to know more stuff about the Netherlands. Come on, this was a nice introduction. It was a really nice video, but I want to know more, definitely. Anyway, I'm gonna like the video, subscribe in case they have other videos. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one, guys. I'll see you later for another one. Bye bye.